everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about a Bitcoin Thanksgiving. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Now, it's interesting because a lot of people are talking about what they're thankful for and whatnot, but I think as a whole, it is interesting to think about what Bitcoin has generally provided all of us. We all, of course, have positions in other cryptocurrencies, or at least most of us do, but everything that has been created within the cryptocurrency asset class, whether it's DeFi, NFTs, the institutional demand that we've seen come in, the metaverse, okay, all of these things that we're watching play out in the cryptoverse, and we love exploring the cryptoverse. We were born too late to explore the Earth, we were born too early to explore the universe, but we were born just in time to explore the cryptoverse. And Bitcoin has basically provided this entire cryptoverse that we have all the time in the world to explore. Now, we always talk about market cycles and whatnot, but there's also something outside of market cycles going on, right? You're sort of seeing the transformation of our world to a more digital world, right? And that's why all these metaverse plays are certainly becoming a real thing. I mean, we still have a ways to go. But at the end of the day, it was Bitcoin that provided all this when it was first launched back on January 3rd of 2009. The white paper obviously came out back in 2008, but when we first had that first block on January 3rd, 2009, it set everything into motion for Bitcoin. And then since then, we've seen a lot of new cryptocurrencies come and go. Most of them have not stood the test of time, but a few of them have, and a few of them are doing great things within the space. So I thought it would be cool to just think about, what has Bitcoin provided for you, whether it's financial independence, whether you're meeting like-minded people in the space. Obviously there's a lot of gains to be made along the way, but one thing that I think is important that maybe not enough people think about is not only are you making money, or theoretically speaking, you're making money, but also the thing is you're meeting people, hopefully, that are similarly minded as you. And if you believe in the future of cryptocurrency, then one of the things I've said before is build something, right? Don't just sit around and watch other people build stuff. Build your own thing and see what it can do. And that can be an investment in and of itself. So as we think about it, of course we have these price predictions and whatnot, and everyone likes to be right about that, and certainly people like to chase clout with the different cycle theory and whatnot, and I hope it stands the test of time. I think lengthening cycles will stand the test of time. I do believe time is on our side. The other thing I'd like to say though is, to get a little bit cringy, right? Sometimes it's not always about the destination, right? But it's the journey. And the journey has been a crazy journey over the last several years as we've been following Bitcoin, watching us hold the 20-week moving average after everyone said it was a dead cat bounce. During over here back in the summer, the 3 to 6 month lull that we talked about, and the idea that, look, it's going to be scary, but we're going to come out the other side one day. And then we look at the price of Bitcoin today, and it's trading for 58K, and people are relatively unamused by it. That's a good thing, right? It's a good thing that a $58,000 Bitcoin is people aren't even getting out of bed for it. 58K, 59K, no one cares about that, right? What I see when I look at this chart, right, what I see, and I said it before, I've said this many times, right? I said this is an accumulation phase. This was a distribution phase, right? We were ahead of schedule. The risk levels were too high. This was an accumulation phase. Even over here, we said, right, September is usually bad. We normally get a pullback in September. We did. I think we are in an accumulation phase. I know it can look sort of like a distribution phase because, you could argue that it's a double top or whatnot. And the thing that people might draw could be something that looks like this, and they just say, well, look, it looks like a double top. We're basically just going to come back down and, come back down to these levels. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think we're going back down to those levels. People calling for 10K Bitcoin and whatnot. It's a pipe dream. I think it's a complete pipe dream. We're not going back to 10K in my opinion. Nowhere even close to it. Okay. Now, when I look at this chart, I don't see a double top, right? I don't see a double top. I see a stretched out version of 2013, which is what we said all along. Some people said it was going to be an identical copy of 2013. No, because again, 2013 went parabolic in November. So far this November, Bitcoin's down 4%, right? So again, if anything, it's a stretched out version of 2013. And we said that a long time ago. So I think we have time. I think we have lots of it. When I look at the chart, I don't see a double top. What I see is an uptrend. Okay, we see an uptrend. We see, not only do we see an uptrend, I know you guys like these, like these little triangles and whatnot for some reason, but this is what we see, right? We failed to break it here. We failed to break it here. Third attempt, whenever that happens, right? Whenever it happens, I'm guessing there's a good probability we break through. And that doesn't mean we can't, break through and then come back down, test it as support, and then continue on. But I would say I am relatively optimistic on Bitcoin. Of course, the prices are a lot higher today. Some people might say, well, what do you think? Can it go back down? Of course, it can have drops. I mean, the bull market support band is now at 50K or 51K to 53K. It could always drop to those levels. But if we did drop to those levels, I would hope that we could hold it as support, as we held it as support in September. I certainly, I personally, I would not be relying on those levels, as like the place where you establish any position at all. I mean, you could be right and we could go there, but you could also be wrong and you could get left behind, just like the people got left behind who are waiting for 25K over here, the people who got left behind who are waiting for 38K over here. There's a lot of people waiting for 53K, 51K, and maybe they're right. Maybe we'll go down to those levels. I don't know. But is it worth it, in my opinion? I don't think so, right? I mean, I don't think it's worth risking, being the schmuck who waited for something that never came. So I look at I look at this general channel that we're in. Looks like an uptrend. I don't see a double top. I see Bitcoin fighting to get above this prior distribution phase. That's what I see. I think the market looks relatively healthy. We could always have pullbacks, but I think the general direction is up. Lengthening cycle theory is more than likely to be true, in my opinion. We've said this for a long time, and I think it's only a matter of time before it's proven right. But again, at the end of the day, we talk about there's obviously a lot of things to be thankful for, but also take a step back and kind of recognize maybe how your life has changed through cryptocurrency, some of the people you've met, maybe some of the communities you've been a part of. And maybe you can get together with some of your friends and build something and grow the crypto space, explore what can be explored, help build it. And I think that's an important thing. The connections you make today and these past few years and the next few years will hopefully serve you well for decades to come, right? Connections do mean a lot. And so make sure you do get connected with people and they're like-minded and whatnot. And do remember too, it's easy. It's certainly easy for us to, get associated into certain altcoins, and it's easy to develop this sort of like cult-like mentality. But again, I mean, at the end of the day, we all sort of see the same promises that cryptocurrency offers. We're all trying to make money, of course, and we're more or less on the same team. I mean, at the end of the day, crypto is a zero-sum game, so let's keep that in mind. But over the next several decades, I imagine the people that are in crypto now and that are exploring it today will be doing quite well as long as they stick around. As long as they stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started with crypto. Lot more stuff to come over the next several decades, and you should have a front row seat. But anyways, I just wanted to give a brief message there on a bit different than normal. Don't worry, next time we'll do away with the cringe stuff and get back to some of the other stuff. But hopefully you guys like the video. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you guys like the content, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell icon. We have the premium list Black Friday sale. If you guys want to check that out, you can find a link to that in the description below. We'll leave that running for about 5 more days, so lock in the low rate if you want to. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.